Creativity can be a real butthead. Really, it can. It can keep you awake at night. It can tear you apart during the day. It wants something every time you turn around. And it's like, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, creativity. And yet we continue to go back to it because we're addicted to it. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. A cool early summer breeze sweeps across my writing. The atmosphere of being present gives sight to my many senses. Taking note of last night's supermoon, it was dubbed a strawberry moon. I stood watching as it slowly moved across the sky, while standing within the comforts of all of these limbs and leaves. The supermoon was so bright. I felt I could see everything the forest was providing within our personal souls. But I've got to ask a question. Are there ever moments of clarity inside of us, just like this forest, where it's almost impossible not to see all that's growing inside of me? And if we could, how much of that would we actually change? I mean, we do it all the time when crafting our front and backyards. It must look this way or I'm going to rip it from the ground. How much of our inner garden is lit up by a strawberry moon? An object that couldn't be missed. It almost felt as if it was traveling beside us, just like a cool early summer breeze. We speak of feeling it, but share no concern once it's past us. If we were to choose to take on the chase, the breeze itself, how far from the supermoon would it take us? Would we ever find our way back? Wow, that one just hit me in the heart. Hold on a second. Would we ever find our way back? How many things in your personal life, on your journey, the walk, the way, have you really sunk a lot of your soul into it, and it took you so far away from where you thought you should be that you haven't found your way back? Can I give you two examples, and then you can probably label me insane? I am an artist on the canvas. In the latter part of the 1990s, up until about 2013-14, my artwork was displayed and sold inside galleries. One bad show, and I've not been back to the canvas. That one bad show hurt me so bad that it's like, I'm done. And I think the reason why is because of my several years in radio, where the art of what I do was also being sharply judged. And it was like, you know what, I one of them has to go. Is it going to be radio or is it going to be the art on a canvas? And then I'm also a writer, which is also sharply judged. I'm also a performer, sharply judged. And so it's like something's got to go. And so I was so far out there because of the artwork on the canvas, and the art was given birth inside my daily writing, that it was like, if I follow this, maybe this is my true calling. But I've never found my way back to bringing paint to life on a canvas. I've never found my way back. And it's almost like this. If that cool summer breeze took us away from this supermoon, could we find our way back? I told you I was going to share two examples with you. In 2012, I started this new thought, this new journey. I'm going to try this new thing that people are doing. It's called podcasting? What? No, I'm going to change it to broadcasting, and I'm going to become a part of that. And the world of podcasting took me on and said, no, you can't change the name of podcasting. That's what it is. That's what it's always going to be. You can be a broadcaster who happens to podcast, but you're going to be in podcasting and not broadcasting. Well, I fell in love with it because we could talk, we could have conversations, we could sit here and create a relationship and build a community. I love it because you can't do that when you're a radio disc jockey. You're talking over 13-second songs, song intros and things like that. And here was this opportunity. So I sunk everything that I had into it, all of it. Then in 2016, I said, you know what? This podcasting is becoming huge around the world. I think I got to jump into it all the way. Nothing gets in the way. I'm going all out. I'm leaving radio. This is it. I don't know the path back to terrestrial radio. And the question is, do I want to go back? See, I'm not the only one that thinks like this. Come on now. And I only gave you 2 examples to help plant the seed for you to decide where in your life did you jump off the path. You followed the cool summer breeze and it took you away from the supermoon. And can you find your way back? I didn't put breadcrumbs down on the ground like Hansel and Gretel. Or was that Little Red Riding Hood? It's one of them. What have you done with your path? And can you find your way back? Do you want to find your way back? I would love to redo a lot of my artwork. This room that I'm in, this studio, is blessed with so much of my art because I love art. I just don't have what it takes to bring it back to life on a canvas. I love terrestrial radio. I just don't want to play their games where it's just me and a 13-second intro to a song. And most of the time it was them telling me what to do, what to say. When you've had this much opportunity to share conversations, 9 years of podcasting, it would be very difficult to go back into a world where you don't get to say anything except for what they say. Or you shape it in a way that best represents their image. And I understand that. Their image is so important. But in your own personal life, on your journey, your walk, your way, what can't you find your way back to? And do you want to? I'm Arroe. These are not my words. These are the lyrics from Billy's Forest.